Hey guys, and welcome back to Dailyblades. Today we're going to be talking about Reate knives. And before we go any further, I'm going to tell you, yes, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, is Reate. I've heard other people call it Reate or Reate. Technically, if you look it up, how we would pronounce it in our English, by the way that the letters are aligned, it would be called Reate. So that's just how I'm going to say it. That might not be how David Dang of Reate Knives intended it to be said, but just to keep it simple, that's how I'm always going to refer to the brand. So if I do any reviews on any of their knives in the future from this particular company, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, as Reate. So without any further ado, this is the Reate Knives District 9B in Tanto. It's a frame lock titanium flipper knife with S35 VN blade steel titanium handles. You're looking at caged bearing pivot system, titanium backspacer, titanium milled pocket clip, over travel stop, steel lock face insert, about a 40, right around 40% lockup, I would say. Very smooth action. Now I'm coming around the camera, so it's a little bit awkward, but deploys very good, closes very nice. It is a knife I've noticed that it likes to be oiled and cleaned out, though. It can get quite a bit of dirt inside there, so it's something that keep in mind if you come across one of these or decide to pick one up. Is that I noticed for me, my pivot likes to get dirty in there, so I tend to clean this knife a little bit more than some of my other titanium frame lock flippers. Knock out some of the specs real quick. You're looking at roughly or just under 8 3/4 inch overall length. Blade length is coming in at 3 3/4 inches. It is a CPM S35 VN flat grind Tanto point. You got a nice stone wash finish on the blade, which I really like. Reate's stone washing. Lighting's not 100% today in here, but so the good stone washing on the blade. Originally was just the gray raw titanium finish on the handles. This knife has been re-anodized over and over and over again. It tends to be my practice knife for flame anodizing and jeweling and dimpling and just some random different things I try on it. Just because I know it's a knife that's not ever going to leave me. I always have it, so I don't really care if other people don't like how it looks. Right now on the left side, it's just kind of like a brightly colored, like fallout style that leads into these, darker golds and bronze finishes, which the lighting isn't really showing up the best. But I'm going to post some photos on the Instagram, which is Dailyblades1. So show that off a little bit better. And then this side's more of a traditional flame ano, the blue, purple. And then on the pocket clip, I tried to do as many different colors as I could. I'm not sure why it's not wanting to focus, but there's kind of some green on the edge here, and then it leads down to the lighter bronze. But cool little knife. Big knife, I should say. It is tip up, right hand carry only. It is a manual flipper, as I said, rides on cage bearings. Handle thickness is coming in just a little bit over 1/2 inch, which to me tends to be pretty much just industry standard, if you will. Weight is 7.65 ounces, so yes, it is a heavy knife. It is a beast of a knife. You're getting a larger size knife, but you're paying for it in that weight. There's really no milling done. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you, but I mean, it's just solid slabs of titanium. You can kind of see down in there, I tried to do like a leopardish on the underside there, just some random patterns. But yeah, so no milling or nothing like that. So it's going to be heavy. Now for me, I tend to carry 5-6 ounce knives, and those are pretty heavy in their own right, so you don't really notice until you carry something like this and realize when you get into that 7-8 ounce range, it is something that you feel in your pocket. You know it's there. Still, I would say it's not too much weight for me, but I could see how it could be too much weight for a lot of people in general. It is a Chinese-made knife. When I say that, I don't mean the China crap that you see coming in at your flea markets or everywhere. This is, obviously a knife head, in David Dang that loves folding knives and loves creating things of quality. if you're not familiar, some of Reate's newer items that they have come out with are just unbelievable. The milling is spot on. The materials they're using are top notch. The fit and finish is unbelievable. The action is good. It's so good that if you're familiar with Todd Begg and his Steelcraft line, which is his production line, he actually commissioned Reate to build those knives for him. So if he trusts Reate and their abilities, then why shouldn't we? So definitely a cool brand. If you get an opportunity to look at some of their knives, I would say go for it. The downside to it is because they're starting to become or be known as more of a premium knife production knife maker, their prices are starting to rise. For a long time, I considered them like kind of how We is coming on the market, and they're still like at a reasonable price, and you're looking at the fit, finish, and materials used, you're going, yeah, that's a budget, a great deal, for what you're getting. That's how I thought about Reate for a long time, and I still do, but their prices are starting to elevate. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to show this one, because it's been a while since I've seen one new on any of the websites, but they were last selling for right around $199. So to me, for CPM S35 VM, titanium handles, bearing, titanium backspacer, pocket clip, good, solid, strong hardware. For me, I was like, wow, that's a steal, and it still is, because I see these on the used market for right around, $150, $175. And I really think that's hard to beat in that price range. If you were to think of like a knife that you could buy new in that price range, you'd be looking at about $100.50 for the zero tolerance 0350 model, which is a liner lock S30V blade steel, and still a tremendously good knife, tank of a knife in its own right, built very well, can handle a lot of different duties from daily tasks to well beyond that, and still come back and ask for more. But honestly, the Reate is just an extremely beefy, overbuilt knife, tank of a knife, and on top of that, it just has some smooth action. And this was the first knife that really sold me on Reate and their abilities, even though I knew getting it, they're going to come out with, or at that time had other knives that had more milling work done, that had different makers coming in and working with them and coming up with other knife designs that were probably more aesthetically pleasing than this. But I just knew that this thing was going to be a good knife to have. That was going to be, if you're looking for a hard use knife in a folder that's heavy duty, this would be it. So really cool knife. If you can get it, if you have an opportunity to get your hands on one, or you would like to see what Reate is about as far as their quality, fit, and finish, and how smooth their action is, I would say, look at one of these, or maybe one of their Hills knives, if you're not willing to spend the upper echelon of their price range. You can still get these at a decent price, and give you an idea of what their company is about. So again, that's my Reate District 9B. Looks a little funny maybe with the anodizing and stuff. This side kind of has like a brushed finish. Like I said, I was trying to kind of do like a Fallout style finish on it that bled over into that. And then on this side, it's just more of a poppy, traditional flame anode job. But that's the wonder about it, man. I can just strip it back down and do it again, over and over and over again. So, cool thing with titanium. But alright, guys. So, until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.